Second Esdras, chapter 5, Salakia, chapter 15, and verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall bring upon it. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. And that's what you see happening here in America, Babylon the Great Whore, in these last days. The mourning, right, and the punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is bringing upon it. Solely because of what this country, right, under the rulership of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, has done to the children of Israel, who are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. People, they wonder why this country is falling. They wonder why this country is not the same. They wonder why everything just seems dark and bitter and pretty much at its end here. Everybody has that question. But the answer to that question is the fact that history, along with the present, has shown nothing but hatred for the children of Israel. That's all this is about, man. It's about the revealing of the wicked and the destruction, death, the lies, a system that has oppressed the righteous being the children of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. So in this video, you're going to see clips of pretty much what's going on in the world. And I titled this video, 2025 was bad. 2026 will be worse in Babylon. Right? Things are about to get very rigorous, brutal, right? More wicked, evil. Your pockets are about to be empty. Your stress level and your depression level is about to be at an all-time high. That's what you can look forward to in the near future. So let me read that again. This is 2 Esdras 15 and verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn. Egypt represents America. This is modern day Egypt. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall bring upon it. And that's who's bringing this judgment. That's who's bringing it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So let's play it, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua willing, the elect be edified. Shalom.
In today's Money Watch, Americans are weighing in on the state of the economy. There's a new CBS News poll, and it shows that many believe basic necessities are getting more difficult to afford. Half of Americans surveyed say President Trump's policies make them financially worse off right now, with 45% of them saying they expect the same in 2026. Most of the people who answered this survey also say health care, food, and housing are either not easy to afford or difficult to afford. The poll also finds 63% of Americans surveyed disapprove of the president's handling of the economy, while 37% approve of it.
The Trump administration is cracking down on people who have been defaulting on their student loans. Starting next year, the administration will begin garnishing the wages of those in default. Notices go out next month. Millions of borrowers are considered in default, meaning they are 270 days past due on their payments. The department must give borrowers at least 30 days notice before they start garnishing their wages.
The Tyson plant gave us notice of a layoff procedure warn notice over a week ago. They'll be closing their facility as of January 20th, impacting 3,200 individuals for the community of Lexington. The general mood of the individuals coming in for our services, of course, is anxiety. What do I do next? Will I have a job? Where do I go? And what do I do from here? Tyson workers make up about 3,200 of the population of 11,000 of Lexington. And so they have a great impact upon the culture, schools, and everything that a community is comprised of.
And Tyson is a huge company, man. A lot of those Tyson's chicken, patties and Tyson has a whole brand that's been around for decades, man. And they plants are starting to close. And look who's working in the plants, right? So-called Latinos, the Northern Kingdom, man. You got some Edomites that work in there, but this is about to be hell for everybody, man. Right? People about to lose their jobs. You just seen the clip before where they're gonna start garnishing people's checks because they owe student loans. Right? We told you college is a fucking scam. It's just to put you in debt, a debt that they know you can't get out of, man. But nobody wants to listen. Right? This whole country is a fucking scam, man.
I have 4 kids. My oldest is 21. I have one that is 13. I have one that is 11, and I have one that is 8. So when I told them, their reaction was to cry. They were mad. And I'm guessing that was just a reaction because they were heartbroken. They don't want to go anywhere. This is their home.
These plants have been underutilized, and we have a shortage of cattle out there in the U.S., and because of that, very vulnerable that somebody might shut down. Really, my heart was broken over the change of what it does to our community. We have a very strong community in Lexington that really is close-knit and very accepting of the packing industry as well as all industries.
We just hardworking people. That's it. We're just hardworking people. All we do is go to work, come to church.
And look where they at, man. Which, let's go back a little bit. This right here is not going to save them, man. Jesus Cristo is not going to fucking save you, man. When things get bad, you so-called Latinos and so-called Negroes, along with Native Americans, you run the other gods, man. Which these other gods, they can't hear you. They can't speak for you. They can't do nothing for you, man. You're not calling on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the one and only true and living power. Our people are hard-headed. They're stiff-necked. They made their hearts as adamant stones because the word is going out throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Everybody know who the Israelites are. Everybody, more than likely, they know the basis of what we teach. But people love to, dwell in the lie, man. They don't want the truth. This is why a lot of punishment is going to come on our people, man. Because our people will rather live in a lie and be comfortable in a lie than to know the truth and be born again, man, in the spirit.
All we do is go to work, come to church. That's all we do here.
The emotions are just the same, just like everyone feels, because this is something, like I said, that touches every fabric of this community. No one seems to be spared. In the midst of all of that, the message remains the same, that
She might be a Hamite, man. So here it is. You got a Hamite Catholic, you know, with a bunch of so-called Latinos that's mainly Catholic, worshiping this nigga right here, this devil. If you still believe that the Lord looks like this in 2025, so-called, going into so-called 2026, you deserve everything you're about to get, man. Because this is not in the Bible. The word of God, the word of the Lord, everybody knows where to go to hear the word of the Lord, which is the Bible. I doubt anybody would beg to differ. So, hey, if you can find this image right here in the scriptures, I will never do another video. If you can find that the Lord looked like this in the scripture, I will never do another video. I will admit that I'm going off, and I will never do another video. But you can't prove it because it's not in there. It's not in there, man.
Whatever God allows to come to us, he allows it because he knows what he's going to do about it in the end. So I keep assuring them not to be afraid.
Well, folks, get ready for another round of mass layoff starting next month and the month of January and February. And UPS laying off 48,000 people just by itself. But it's going to be like IBM, Amazon, UPS. I mean, a whole line of companies. Some type of big old cheese company in California. So they say it's supposed to be a mass layoff. So all I can say is get ready for another round.
Whoa. What do we got here? The dollar's set for the worst year since 2017. Yes, the dollar keeps dropping. That's why gold and silver are the investment right now. That is real money. And that real money keeps going up. Silver at $72, gold at almost $4,500. And that's just in the first year of this administration. This administration is going to keep costing the dollar value. It's going to keep going down and down and down. So if you want to protect your money, start thinking about gold and silver. That is the way to protect yourself, because the dollar, its first year performance under this administration, abysmal. What will 2026 bring? It's probably going to be just as bad.
The immigration crackdown here in the United States is about to be more aggressive moving into 2026 and through the rest of Donald Trump's presidency. According to a new article on Reuters, they said that ICE and Border Patrol agents are now getting $170 billion in new funding through 2029. This is 10 times the amount of their current annual budget. As you can see, it's a massive increase. So how will this new plan work? Well, it says that they're going to be hiring thousands of new agents, opening more detention centers, expanding jail pickups, and for the first time, they're going to be going extremely hard at workplaces. So imagine farms, factories, and other job sites. To put this into comparison, this year alone, the Trump administration kicked out 622,000 people. That's a lot of deportees. Next year, they're planning to hit over 1 million. But this is where the backlash comes in, because according to government information, over 41% of people that were arrested by ICE had no criminal background except for an alleged immigration violation. There had also been arrests of people who were doing everything legal. There were also people pooled for those who were going through green card interviews, naturalization ceremonies, or even student visas. Many are wondering now that the Trump administration could be going after businesses, farms, factories, etc., will businesses be pushing back on this? Let me know where you stand on this in the comment section below. I'll be sure to keep you updated, so please do share my videos and follow me for more.
Is it not weird that every single country is canceling its New Year's celebrations around the world, and they're all canceling because of terrorist attacks or threats of terrorist attacks? But you want to know one country that is on the target for terrorist attacks? You want to know the one country that is not canceling anything for New Year's? Well, it's the United States. The United States is not canceling anything despite all of these other countries saying that they have gotten terrorist threats of terrorist acts that will happen on New Year's. And America has gotten them, and they get them all the time. And I'm pretty sure it's the worst it's ever been. Now, they are not canceling anything. Not to mention, we just had a few of them that took place in America. And I'm just confused. I mean, there's still going to be the ball drop in New York. And I'm just like, dude, if you value your life, you might not want to go to these large gatherings. And this means anywhere in the United States, because I guarantee you the targets are there. Now, remember, they just had the foil that was going to happen. They foiled plans. There was going to be an attack in LA that was going to happen, I think, like a couple weeks ago, and they were caught planning it. So imagine the people who have not been caught that will try to carry out some type of act of terrorism. But there's no celebrations that are canceled. America's not following what the other countries are doing. They're trying to do their own thing because we're America. But I'm telling y'all be safe on New Year's, because I'm not sitting here saying I guarantee something's going to happen, but I can promise you that, like, people are preparing to do something. It's whether or not if they're going to carry it out. So y'all.
And the reason Babylon is not going to shut anything down is because this country is hella proud. They don't believe that anything can come to the shores of America, man, let alone these major cities, right? Earlier this year, there was a report, either earlier this year or the middle of this year, they had a report where there were thousands of sleeper cells here in America, all over America, that came through the border. Right. So, hey, we hope something does go down, man. Us, the men of the Lord, man, we hope something go down, because we tired of this fucking place, man. We want shit to get real hectic out here, man, for you people, man, because when you out in the street, these people walk around like there's not a care in the world. The looks on their faces is pretty much, we good, we in America, nobody would dare attack us. And, that's the type of spirit that these Babylonians have on them, man. When yet it's getting more and more worse out here, man. Things are getting more and more violent, uncomfortable, right? But people, live up to the hype that America has pushed. If you come here, you're safe. If you come here, you can make it. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. But this video is showing proof that America is not the same country. America is not strong, not a superpower like that no more. It's still a superpower, but look at how the people are in this country, man. Everybody's depressed. Everybody's stressed. I just did a video. Everybody was saying, oh, the holidays don't feel like the holidays, right? This has become a prison sentence for pretty much everybody, man. Everybody's getting the life choked out of them here, right? So it's not just Negroes no more. It's not just Latinos no more. It's not just Native Americans no more. Because as long as we was just going through it, the world was a better place. But now all the nations are feeling the heat, man. All the nations are out bad now, man. Right? And this is all the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 30. I'm gonna start at 30. It says, "Take a good heart, O Jerusalem." That's the children of Israel. "For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee." And the Lord is only going to comfort the children of Israel, the elect on this side, man. Those are the only ones that are going to be in comfort in these last days. It says, "Miserable are they that afflicted thee. And who afflicted us? All the nations, man. When you read Psalms 83, all these other nations, so-called Chinese, Japanese, East Indians, Africans, Arabs, and first and foremost, the so-called white man. All of them, right, are miserable right now. They're all catching hell, right? It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall, because they all had a part in our fall. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children served. And the Israelites served captivity as slaves in every country here in America. The blood is soaked with the children of Israel's Salakia. The land is soaked with the blood of the children of Israel all throughout America, all throughout the four corners of the earth. So no city is innocent, man. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and once the Israelites were shipped and were docked at all these major cities in America throughout the four corners of the earth, once they foot touched the soil in that country was cursed, and that country was going to fall. That country was going to be miserable in these last days. And you see it. It says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. So they're going to be grieved now, man. For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude. Yeah, and they rejoiced, man, at our fall. They loved it when they had us enslaved. They love it to this day. But it's looking more and more every day that the masses of the people are realizing that they fuck with the wrong people, man. Right? The leaders ain't going to tell you because they proud as hell in the Lord, heart in their hearts. But these everyday, nations, these everyday, here and there, coffee shop, activists and all this bullshit, all these other nations, they starting to see more and more who the people really are, man. Who the people that are treated the worst in every major city, who they really are, man. Right? It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. And that's what you see, man. Every clip that you've seen on this video, it speaks volumes, and it's telling you that things are getting worse. Things are going to get bad. This whole so-called New Year's celebration, right, with the ball dropping, and you got thousands of people out there. I believe last year was like 1 million people out there. Imagine if something really went down out there, man. You can't stop it. There's no way. Right? This is showing you that the people that are in rulership don't need to rule. They have no idea how to rule. Right? So, hey, man, it is what it is.
I'll be safe out there. Whether you're in New York or in LA or in Louisiana, wherever you are, y'all be safe out there because it's not safe out there.
Hey, y'all, I just want to say, I feel like I side with the whole situation with Ben Shapiro, Megyn Kelly, and the conservative movement. I really don't care. I'm not really into politics like that. So whatever happens, as long as it doesn't affect me, but it is actually affecting me. Like shit's way more expensive nowadays. Trying to get a pack of like ground beef and eggs and shit like that be kind of like expensive now. So it starts to affect me, and it's starting to really piss me off. The system, like the working class citizens and the average people, they get treated like scumbag and pieces of shit. Like this is bad out here. Like it's fucked up world we live in. Like the average people are getting treated like they don't matter. Like they don't exist at all. Like it's fucked up. And it's hurting. It's a problem when it comes to relationships too, and trying to get married and all that stuff. It's a huge problem. The average people are getting legit killed, and the only way to make it out is to not be average. And the thing is, it's not easy to just be average. The average salary is $50,000 a year. You think people could just be rich off of working an average job? No, it doesn't work that way. It'll never work that way. It's going to take years upon years. It's going to take like decades upon decades to work in order for that to even be thought of. It's not fair for the average American to become successful in today's economy. It's not fair to even live life like that, because housing crisis, like most Gen Zers can't even buy homes at all. Like, it's not even a thought for them to buy homes at all. Like, most Gen Zers are not even able to afford to live on their own. Basically, they have to rely on their parents. They have to rely on their mom and dad in order to get by. And it's a fucked up situation because it's not their fault. The system and the government and everything is against Gen Z. It's against young people, and it's a messed up situation that we're in. But we all gotta fight. We all gotta live, and we all gotta find a way, because it's some bullshit. We're at war, legit. And it's not just a gender war. It's a fucking war against the system, war against the laws, war against everything. Me Too.
Yeah, man. And that's how people are going to look at things, man. They're going to see the wealth being harbored by the rich, the so-called 1%, right? And they're going to turn their attention to that, because they're going to say, look at us. We ain't got shit, man. But they got everything. They're going to look across the water and they're going to see the yachts and the mansions and this and that. And where you think they're going to go to survive, man? They're going there. But this is how the devil do, man. This is how the wicked do. This is Ezekiel 22 and 29. It says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, right? And have vexed the poor and needy. And that's what this brother is, man. He's vexed, right? He's mad. And there's millions like him, right? It says, and have vexed the poor and needy, yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully, man. So, hey, man, because the Israelites are a stranger in this land. Regardless if you want to call yourself FBA, Foundation of Black America, this ain't your fucking land, man. You don't belong here. You came over here as slaves, and when the Lord delivers your ass, then you're going to be in rulership, man. But until then, your ass is a slave, man. You in the land of your enemies. You in the land of your captivity.
Feminism, the old thing that's people are saying about, this whole race war, gender war, all these types of wars that we're in because people don't like other people's religious background. When it comes to Jews, or when it comes to Islam, or when it comes to Christians being killed. It's just a crazy world we live in. Like in 2025, 2026 coming, I can see things getting much worse from here. I just feel like it's going to get way worse, because I'm telling you, man, the average Americans, the average people are suffering. Their voices are not heard at all. And I can see way more crime rates. I can see way more hell on earth happening.
And you're right, man. Way more hell, way more crime, way more violence. It's going to be my last one. We're going to shut it down. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50, my favorite scripture. One of them. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. And the pride is about to be shut down. All the shits and giggles, right? The good times, right? It's about to be nothing but bad times. It's about to be nothing but bad news for everybody, man. The only ones that's going to make it out of here is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Who, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, right? And the likewise brothers that are sincere, fighting daily, trying to come out of this place, man. Right? Each and every day. So, hey, like I always said, man, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe what we're saying. You don't even have to listen, man. But reality is about to hit you people in a major way. So I'm gonna leave it there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect was Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. To the next lesson, I'm gonna say Shalom.